So I've been watching this Roma Army, and this Roma Army is pretty good. I love this Roma Army. Roma Army is speaking to my soul, and she's explaining why do men do certain things, and she's standing up for men, and she's sitting there saying that men deserve rights too. You know, this country was started. The American Revolution started because men had rights and men stood up for their rights. This whole country is supposed to be about freedom and democracy. Freedom is rights, and the rights are, that's a law. We have a right to petition, and if you stop us from petitioning, then you're breaking the law. We have a right to peacefully assemble, and if you break a peaceful assembly up, you're breaking the law. That's the Constitution. She had these two videos, one where the guy is being hit on at the gym. Oh, shit. Adam Sandler had a joke. It was like, what's the worst she could say is just no. Hey, will you go out with me? No, you loser. That's not the rules. I thought you said the worst thing she could say was no. She just... So the woman goes up to the guy and says, hey, you know, can I go out with you? And he goes, no. And then she's like, well, why not? And he kind of looked at her and was like, fuck no, you're all busted. I like beautiful women. That's why. And she's like, okay, oh my God. Yeah, it sucks. Huh? It's like let him down gently, right? Jesus Christ, you have to be such an asshole. There's also Miss Piggy. I don't even understand what the hell this woman was doing. I was wanting to find the video because women are off the fucking chain. Women are... It's not the gender, it's the issue. So there's good women out there, but my God. I guess growing up, I thought that women were supposed to be better than the men. I mean, they act better. They act all high and mighty. They always get some man to fucking treat like shit and make them obey them. They act better than men. You would think that they would be better than men. That woman in Iceland seemed to think all womankind is a better race than mankind. But Miss Piggy, Roma Army had this video where you had this Miss Piggy where she's like going into the guy's face just saying, your brother is dead. Your brother is dead. And the guy got pissed off, and then she's got like her friend over, and they're being such assholes to him being a little bit of an asshole. They're 100% assholes to him being a little bit of an asshole. Oh my God! Did you hear what he just said? She is shouting in his face, your brother is dead. And why would a person do that? Why would a person do that? You're the better half? This is the better half? Is she going to make sure everybody's voting? Is she going to make sure that the taxes are being paid every year, Miss Piggy? Your brother is dead. I think what she was doing was rubbing it in his face that he loved his brother. And his brother's not here anymore, and he's dead forever. And she likes being this flirty little whore who likes to use her pussy power and loves manipulating him. So Miss Piggy, since she's a flirty whore who likes to use pussy power, well, him giving a damn about his brother, well, that takes away from her total domination. She can't manipulate him 100% anymore. He's probably thinking like, I really need to think about what life is about and what's important, and he wanted me to do this and that and this and that, and Miss Piggy kept telling me what to fucking do, and I couldn't escape her manipulative fucking bullshit ways. She's just dead on the inside, and you could just feel her fat ugliness. You're just sitting in a room, and her fat fucking ugliness is just making you sadder and sadder, and it's like she can see that you're happy, so she's just being fatter and uglier and meaner and stupider. She's fucking miserable and ugly and stupid, and she wants you to be miserable, ugly, and stupid too. Your brother is dead! She's rubbing it in his face. And why? Why would you do that? To sever whatever love, whatever ties, whatever bond he has with his brother? That's so fucked up and stupid and what the fuck? You're not the better half. You're wicked. You're mean. You're fucking bullshit. And I'm watching the thing, and frankly, yeah, I think she deserved a smack. I think she deserved a little smack. I mean, it's one thing you're having an argument, but he's trying to walk away. And as he's walking away, you're just shouting that his brother is dead over and over again. And then when it seems like he's upset, then your friend is sitting there like, oh my God, you're not allowed to get upset with her saying that. She's got a vagina. She's allowed to rub your dead brother in your face if she wants to. Your brother is dead. And you love him and you care about him, and I want to use my pussy power, and my pussy power isn't working no more. Your brother is dead. It's in the middle of an argument. It's to piss him off. It's to make him mad. And what fucking good is that? What the fuck good is that? You want to sit there and keep poking at a bear? And then what? They're sitting there saying that the biggest danger for women is men, but you're sitting there yelling that his fucking brother's dead over and over again. You don't think every person has a snapping point? And then if you're a woman or you're her spouse, do you want a broken man as a husband? Is that what you're trying to do? Break him? I'll break him over and over again. See? Yep, his parents abused him, so I started abusing him too. Ha! Oh, wow. So you use pussy power now to abuse him and make him obedient when his parents made him obedient. What if he wanted to be his own self? What if he wanted to be his own person? Huh? My abusers would beat me over trying to my taste buds wasn't good enough. They're just oppressor, molester pieces of shit. Do this, do that, do every fucking thing. Why don't you do it yourself, you fucking lazy pieces of shit? God damn, there's no rhyme or reason to your nonsense. You want people to do your fucking will and bidding because you're lazy, you like power, and you want other people to do your work for you because you're lazy and you're poor and you're stupid and mean. Makes you think of Lori Vallow. Could you imagine being her children? I don't know, everybody. It really feels like Mother Dearest wants to kill us. Lori Vallow used her pussy power to get both of her kids killed. She got that man to kill his wife and her 2 kids. Pussy power. That's assault power. That seems to be the main power. And this is a matriarchal society. So is there still alimony? Is there still alimony? I heard that Florida passed something about no alimony. That's a grown-ass woman. She could go get a job. But she's not getting her genitals mutilated. She's not having to sign up for the fucking draft. And you could be a piece of shit to a man, and that's somehow not socially unacceptable. I was wanting to talk about some of the things Romo Army and Pearlie Davis has said because there's a lot of wisdom in what they're saying. Pearlie Davis, she is both the serum and the antidote. Pearlie Davis is the serum and the antidote because it almost seems, I want to laugh. I want to laugh at half the things that she's saying because it's funny. And she's got some, there's some truth to what she's saying. But she's saying ridiculous shit because it's just like, women shouldn't vote. Ha ha. You really believe that? Well, I'm saying it. It's what I'm saying now. Is it because you believe it? Kind of, because there's, crappy women. Well, there's stupid people, really. You shouldn't let psychotic, evil people vote. Stupid people shouldn't vote. But your gender, it's the issue. It's not the gender. So that's good. Romo Army says that. So Pearlie Davis says that women shouldn't vote. And so for these stupid, evil, psycho motherfuckers, if you're born in this country, you're a citizen, right? If you're born on this soil. But if we could be more selective, more exclusive, I don't want evil people. Oh, you're an evil piece of shit, then you shouldn't vote. You're stupid motherfucker. So you're just a dumbass. You have to listen to other fucking people. You can't think for yourself. You shouldn't vote. In fact, you should pass a civics test. You should know something about this country. Just to vote, just to be voting? Jesus Christ. Motherfuckers will sit there and fuck over a person who cares about civics. And then these dumb, psycho, evil, wicked motherfuckers, stupid assholes, they're voting. We don't need stupid, wicked, evil motherfuckers voting. We need good people who are informed and who want this community to move in a forward direction to vote. Pearlie Davis says that we would have a better GDP if all the women would just quit their jobs. Things would immediately be better. Again, laugh out loud. And so she gets to say ridiculous shit. And she's a woman. So she's a woman. She gets to say ridiculous shit. People are watching her. Who cares? She's interesting, right? She's pretty enough. When I think about the shitty women in society, my God, when I had a job, I took pride in the damn thing. But there's shitty women at the grocery store. One woman, I was telling her this funny little story from 20 years ago. In Cincinnati, I put like $5 worth of pennies on the counter, and she just said no. And so I was just telling that story as a funny little, anecdote at my expense, a little egg on my face. I had a little 20 years ago, I put $5 on the counter, and she's just like, I'm not going to do anything with that. And I thought that the clerk would have laughed. It seemed like I was late putting my hair down. I was just putting my hair down a little. I was just being a little vulnerable. Because at first, the clerk was sitting there saying, are you all pissed off? Are you all mad today? And it's like, were you gossiping? Were you just gossiping with those women over there? I didn't say any of this stuff, but she did mention something about being angry. And it's like, no. Sometimes I'm a little sad. People are just shitty. And it fucking makes me sad. And then it does piss me off. So yeah, I am angry. But at the time, I was just saying hi. And actually, I told her, you're on the front lines. So I gave her a compliment, thank you for working. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're being a clerk. With COVID, you're the essential workers. Without you, people don't get any of the food around here. So I showed respect. And she rung this stuff up. I paid for my goods. And as I was walking away, I just mentioned about that little funny story that I thought she would have given a little chuckle to. Oh, haha. Oh, you try to pay $5. Haha. But immediately she got real fucking serious, like a dickhead, and said, oh, I can see her point. Oh, okay, it wasn't about women are crap, but you just declared women are crap by your ugly ways. I haven't been back to that store. I need groceries too. I need bread too. I need bologna and, cheese and whatever and drinks. But that piece of shit, I tried to tell her a little lighthearted story at my expense, and it happened in Cincinnati 20 fucking years ago. Well, I can see her point. Okay, I can see her point too, but can you ever see my point? Because I gave this piece of shit $100 fucking dollars. So I give one fucking asshole $100. It's not about the money. It's not about the $5. It's not about $100. It's about they don't want to do their fucking job and they're fucking assholes. And then there is a bigger point to it if you want to actually think about it. If I was to go into the mailman and say, okay, here's my envelope and here's my stamp and I addressed it and I want you to mail this letter, and he just says, nope, I'm not going to mail that. But I put the stamp on and I did the address the envelope and I get the letters and I've sealed it. I put tape on the other side, so it's a good envelope. I mean, I'm not going to mail that. What do you do? What do you do when some bureaucratic piece of shit is supposed to... And then that lady that did that $5, she eventually counted the money. We counted the money right then and there. So it wasn't like, what the fuck was that stupid cashier even thinking? Oh, he's complaining about something that happened 20 fucking years ago in Cincinnati and he wants me to fucking identify with him and be on his side? No! Men are shit! And then that's the better half? That's the better half? The one that can't empathize? That's the better half? The one that can't just chuckle and let me go about my day? The one that doesn't have a fucking sense of fucking humor? He's smiling and comfortable with me. I better make sure I show him that I'm a piece of shit. Yeah, you are a piece of shit. And in terms of business, why would I want to go back to that piece of shit? God damn. Maybe I should try to, stop telling little tiny anecdotes and shit. But if you didn't laugh, fine. I told you a joke and you didn't think it was funny. But to be a fucking dick, you didn't, there's no rules. What rules? You don't believe in any fucking You don't have manners. You don't believe in your own principles. You're not reading the laws of society. You're just a loudmouth, fucking violent, stupid ass piece of shit. There's a banker. There's this woman at a bank, and it used to be called the Savings and Loan Place, the Rio Grande Savings and Loan. They changed their name, and that's smart too, because they are not a savings and loan. They don't give a fuck about you. 3 times this woman, I go ahead and everything, she gets every bit of my information, and then I'm living in the RV park, and I'm, owned a property, I'm working on the property. But see, Colorado, everybody has to fuck you over in Colorado. Every person, the planning and zoning everybody does. Every motherfucker does. The postal service person, the fucking driver's license people, every person. And so, you have, let's see, I'm losing the thought. The bank. So, how am I going to cash my fucking checks? How am I going to store my money? How am I going to participate in this fucking... But they're a bunch of fucking assholes. And if the institution of a bank is to get you to bounce a fucking check, these are institutions we don't need. We don't need a fucking bank to try to get you to bounce a fucking check. No wonder the fucking... So the 3rd time I go in there, I'm just smiling and nice as pie. I don't even know what her fucking name is. The relationship is asymmetrical. But she told me that when I found a new address to tell her, so I had a new post office address, and immediately, since I had told her, since I am a man of my word, I had made sure I drove all the way up there and told her about it. And then she said I needed documentation. Motherfucker, you got several $1,000s of mine. I've come up here 3 fucking times. You're a dickhead every fucking time. Every fucking time. Now, the way I heard banks make money is they give out loans. So if you're trying to build up a repertoire, build up a relationship with me, so that way I borrow some money from the bank and then you can make a couple percentage points off that fucking money. Well, fuck you. I don't want to buy that bread from that store. I don't want to go to that fucking bank. Now, I know that there's shitty men. I know that there's shitty men. Like, if anything, that's like, no shit, Sherlock. Women were supposed to be better. So I know that there's good women out there. And, there's one lady at Walmart. I liked her. There was that old man at Walmart. So that old man at Walmart, I got to tell you about that too. Some other day. But there's shitty men, there's good women. So when she says that if all women quit their jobs and things would be way better, that's interesting. It's not a woman thing. It's because there is a woman at the U.S. Post Office that is good. A couple women actually that are good. So, just made me think, if women quit their jobs, I guess if they're shitty men, then they're shitty women. But if you're a business, I waited tables. So I had to, fucking take care of a person's need from the fucking time that they walked in the door to the time that they left. And people are assholes, and I try to be friendly and chummy with them, and sometimes that doesn't work. Really, it's about the business. It's about get your shit done, right? Go get the food, go get the fucking drinks. So Roma Army, she said a couple of things. Now, Lucy Gripshover said that she never gave me a chance, ever in life. Never gave me a chance, and she knows it. Man, she yelled and got crazy when I was like older and shit. She says, keep your enemies closer. So me and Lucy Gripshover's been enemies, and I never knew that. We've been enemies for a very long time. She doesn't think that she even gets to empathize. You want me to empathize with you? She don't care if any of our words have the same definition. She's lazy and mean and keep your enemies closer. She says, like, she didn't know that she's supposed to love the boys. She's a flirty piece of crap. She flirts with every fucking male out here. Didn't know to love her own boys. Why didn't you know that, you dumb piece of shit? Isn't that supposed to be maternal? Didn't she carry me? Everybody said, oh, she carried you 9 months, and that's supposed to... Not if she don't have a bond. Not if she's a Lori Vallow psycho. She says that she doesn't offer anything. She doesn't educate. She just steals our soul. That's what she does. She doesn't share her soul. She doesn't have a soul to share. She just steals with what her children gives out. She takes and she takes and takes some more. Took our blood, sweat, toil, and tears. Made us do the tobacco and dishes because she was a lazy poor. They were poor. So they wanted other people to do their labor for them. Fucking piece of shit. Some of the other aunts and uncles would pay their help, pay their children. Tim Gripshaver would pay his son the most because he was going to be the little man in the house, the little man of the farm. So he loved him. He wasn't just turning him into a bitch-ass slave because they wanted some free fucking labor to do their own fucking work for them. Tim Gripshaver actually wanted his son to do well in this world. I didn't know you were supposed to love the boys. I gotta remember these things, because I gotta get all this shit out of my head. This piece of shit has said so many ugly fucking things. She can't empathize. She can't sit next to me. She can't learn 10 little words. If I say it's the most important thing to me in the world. Learn those 10 words like you love me. Bolstering, argumentative, so the law doesn't apply to you. You don't want your kids to be doctors and lawyers. You don't want to fucking, you learn shit. If you can educate a woman, you can educate a nation. But if this woman wants to stay an ignorant piece of shit, no, I'm just gonna stay stupid. Well, I told you how to love me. I don't love nobody. I know. I'm glad Kathy had you little boy. You think you're so smart? She goes to the opera too. She says ignorance is bliss. She acts like she's better than everybody. She goes to the opera. She made fun of me for wanting Mrs. Buttersworth on my pancakes. He wants Mrs. Buttersworth. That was the one time they fed me. He wants food and water. And he wants people to talk to him. Can you believe that? You ever try being a good mother? You've been a piece of shit, loudmouth, fucking violent, dumb douchebag policy. You ever tried being a good mother? How would a good mother would be behind you, would have your back. A good mother would say, hey, that's my child. Don't you fucking say that shit. A good mother wouldn't fuck over her kids. A good mother wouldn't fuck over her kids. I didn't know you were supposed to love the boy, says the flirt who loves every fucking boy in the neighborhood. Every man, boy. Every boy or man. She loves every single fucking one of them. Why? Because she likes to use that pussy power. Tries to get other people all Twitter-pated, so get everybody all turned against each other, and then she gets to act like she didn't do any of it. That's what she lives for. Putting on makeup at Kathy's house. That's all she gives a fuck about. Making sure that Barbara Williams attacks me. Make sure that Kathy attacks me. I remember Rosie says, who's got your mind? And Rosie pointed out that she's happy without you. She's okay that you're not around. She's okay with it. They're both okay with fucking over their own kids. They're both okay with it. Neither one of them are going to check each other. What happens when your buddy goes astray? When Buddy A gets lost, and Buddy B will show him the way. When Buddy B gets lost, Buddy A is right there to bring him back onto the trail. What happens when both Buddy A and B? So, Roma Army. Let's talk about Roma Army. She says that men are superheroes. Jordan Peterson cries. Because it's so easy to encourage somebody. And since it's so easy to encourage people, why don't they do it? It takes little to no effort to encourage somebody else. And then people love it. You don't need much at all. And then the little bit of encouragement that you give, and then people snap. They hurt others, they hurt themselves, and he cries because he thinks it's all Western civilization. What if it's our culture? Should our culture go down? Are we an evil people? Because we need to be a virtuous people. If we're not a virtuous people, then there's no point in us being a democracy. America, the whole experiment of what America is all bullshit. So Roma Army She talks about how men are superheroes, how men say, I got this, even when they don't, even when they have a lot of shit on their minds. What's going on? How are you doing? Fine. I'm fine. There's a woman that was in goddamn Fowler, Colorado. She asked me how I was doing, and I said, do you really want to know? And then the next day, she had a man right next to him. Hi, how are you doing? We're going to fight because I didn't just say fine. I'm doing awful. I go to the clerk, and she just asked, how am I doing? And I didn't answer that question right now. I have to fucking think about fighting this fucking guy. So, goddamn. You want to know my state of being, and I'm just supposed to what? Just mindlessly? Fine. No, it's all fine. Sometimes I like to talk to people about my options, and, we counsel each other. So that was how you counsel, you fucking Fowler motherfuckers? There was a guy, an old man, jumped this other fucking guy. An old man goes into this guy's house, and then the other younger man knocks the old man down. And the woman at the RV place didn't understand that it's bullshit to jump people. Why was the old man in the young man's house? Why did he jump up in his house? She just didn't understand. But if I came into her house and jumped her, she would, not like that. But he's an old man. So he gets to fucking do whatever the fuck he wants to other fucking people? What the fuck is the matter with you? Some people think that freedom is you get to be free to do as you want, whereas other people think they're free to control you. They get to do whatever they want, and they get the freedom to tell you what to do. Well, that's a lot of fucking freedom there. Men are superheroes. There's been a lot of fucking shit where it's like, hey, I got this, and I don't know if I do. But eventually, I figure something out, and I've always been able to figure something out. Now, I got this. And then they figure it out. That's Roma Army. She talks about how when men ghost you, there was this one TikTok video where the woman was dancing because, he blocked me, and she was acting all happy about it. He's saying when men ghost you, they're saying they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to know you forever. They hate you so fucking much. They're trying to get away from your bullshit forever and ever. Now, I don't want to hear another thought. I don't want to hear another goddamned word. And when men ghost you, men love women. You know how shitty women have got to be for men to say, to hell with all women. Men just fundamentally love women. Men love women. And that's why they exploit and manipulate and treat men like shit. Because they love them. Men love them. You realize how shitty women have to be for men to be like, I'm not gonna. What? Nah, I'm gonna try to be gay, Like, I'm not chase woman. Yeah, I mean, her butt, tits, vagina, yeah, she looks pretty. But she's a fucking asshole. And she has no sense of humor and no personality. And she'll try to manipulate me and steer my thoughts. She don't give a fuck about me. She don't care about the real me, the genuine me. And she doesn't empathize. And she can't encourage me to go to the top of the mountain. And she could have just sat there and been more inspirational than what she is. Loudmouth, mean motherfucker. Yeah, so you could be happy about it. And maybe he was terrible. Or maybe you were terrible. And he's just like, I don't want to know you anymore. So there's good men out here. Many women are shitty. And it's a breath of fresh air to hear Pearlie Davis and Roma Army. Basically, it's almost like they're women too. Roma Army seems to make a lot more logical sense than Pearlie Davis. Pearlie Davis, I find her funny. I find her interesting and funny. Do I follow her? I don't follow her, but I find her interesting and funny. And she says a lot of interesting, a lot of truthful stuff. Women get to say ridiculous shit all the time, and she's kind of saying ridiculous shit, in criticism of women. She says that women can end a man's life with just one word or just with one sentence. Naomi Judd, we said that when she was just an 18-year-old girl, that's when she lied to Michael Simonella. Naomi Judd said that Winona was Michael Simonella's daughter. But she lied because she didn't want Michael Simonella to know that she cheated on her and that she slung that pussy around and then sat on somebody else's dick, and then that man's long gone. She wanted Michael Simonella to keep on loving her because that first dick, that she cheated on, was just kind of a one-night deal. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and he wasn't coming back, so now she's pregnant. So what was she supposed to do? Was she supposed to tell the truth? Was she supposed to tell Michael Simonella that... And there's a lot of virtues, right? There's justice, domestic tranquility, general welfare. To establish justice. To protect our civil liberties. So, Lucy Gripshover knows that she didn't give her son a chance. She knows that she didn't... Oh, I didn't know you were supposed to love the boys. I remember when I'm 8 years old, and the reason why I remember it is because she's been a piece of shit to me my whole life. Just saying what she needs to say she don't really care about me. Either she adopted his mentality or she's just always been a wicked piece of shit. And it's sad to me because for 41 years... I trusted that motherfucker, and all that motherfucker did was exploit my love for her. My love was real. My love was genuine and honest. Hers was crap. I don't even want to say it's conditional. It's crap. It's not there. Keep your enemies closer. We've been enemies. And I don't understand why, and it's not fair. And she said that her father made her feel like she was the safest person in the world, like nobody in the world could harm her. She does the opposite for me. Because she's a psycho piece of shit. She doesn't empathize. She doesn't care if any of our words. She doesn't care if we have a mental or emotional connection. She doesn't care if this is a mother. This ain't a mother. That's a Lori Vallow piece of shit. And she doesn't care if she has a bond with her child, her son. She don't care about her son's emotions. She doesn't care about her son's thoughts. She just like scrambling his brain, manipulating him, exploiting him. And it's bullshit. Because I'm a boy. Because I was a male. And because maybe it seemed like Papa may have loved me a little bit. Because she said he was always taking you out there and there. But it was awful. So she's being jealous anytime he shows me attention. He's awful whenever she shows me attention. They're just both awful fucking people. Instead of saying, good for them. I'm glad my children need someone to love them in this world. He needs somebody, right? Mother, father, cousin, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, grandmother, grandfather. He needs somebody, right? Shit. No, not a single fucking person. Why are you being nice to him? You're not being nice to me. I remember she came over and visited one time, and he's texted, "We've been married forever. We've been married for 20, 30, 50 years. Nobody's trying to take a wife away from you, motherfucker. 30 days. Couldn't sit next to me. You didn't want to be a mother for 30 days? No! Me and Kathy just wanted to hit kids and be racist and say the stars are drones." So one good thing about realizing that she's an ugly piece of shit is I don't have to consider any of the thoughts that piece of shit says as being fucking smart. They're ugly, they're child abusing, they're anti-Semitic, they're racist, they're discriminatory, they're ignorant, they're mean, they're cruel. It's ugliness. It's pure fucking ugliness. Think about how a good mother would be. She would have your back, she would talk to you, she would give a damn about you. And then there would be the woman that wants to fuck you over, steer you this way, steer you that way. Nothing's ever fucking good enough, steer you into a ditch, and when you get steered into a ditch, and why'd you do that? You told me to, you piece of fucking shit. No, I don't want to talk to Nelson Brown. No, I don't want to say goodbye. No, I don't want Deanna Dennison. I don't want to fucking do the shit. I think you're a manipulative piece of shit and you're just fucking me over. Because you like to fuck. You fucked your dad over using pussy power. You fucking your husband over using pussy power. And you want to fuck over your son using pussy power. Lazy ass piece of shit that you are. Instead of trying to go for excellence. Instead of listening to. I told you exactly. If I needed food and water and I said I was thirsty 100 times and then you ignored me 100 times and then you came around my house and acted like you were my friend, get the fuck out of here. I needed a drink of water and you was a piece of shit 141 years in a row. Fuck you, Miss Piggy. Your brother is dead. Why is she saying that? She likes to be fat, mean, and ugly and stupid. And then why is she defending her? Well, she doesn't know right from wrong either, and women just really love another woman's respect. It's all that they care about. That's why you got to have a bottom bitch, and then get that bottom bitch to get the other women to do what you want to get done. You got to get the shit done, right? So if that's what it takes, you got to get that bottom bitch, and then once you got that female face, then that female face will be able to convince those other women. Why? Why would a female face on evil? They can't tell it's evil when a female says it? Or that it's manipulative? Or maybe they think it's okay? Well, if a man told me to do it, I'd say no, but since you're saying it, okay. What? That makes no sense at all. That's stupid as shit. Robert Greene says people aren't rational. Well, fuck, there's my problem right there. I've been trying to talk to you motherfuckers like you're rational. Capitalism presumes we're rationally pursuing our own self-interest. But if we're not rational people... Oh, somebody murdered your dog, must have had a good reason for it. Or not. Maybe they just like to hurt people. I grew up around a lot of sadistic, racist piles of shit that just like to hurt people. Jordan Peterson says you need to have a philosophy of evil. You should have a philosophy of goodness too. But if you've never been committed to goodness and you never had to turn any of these thoughts over in your head, maybe you are just an obnoxious fucking asshole piece of shit. You're just an obnoxious asshole piece of shit. And you like being an obnoxious asshole piece of shit. She didn't read any of the laws. She didn't try to be kind to you whatsoever. She wasn't going to be your fucking neighbor. She don't give a goddamn fuck about you. And they fucking loved it. Keep your enemies closer. You're not sharing your soul, you're stealing souls. You didn't know you were supposed to love the boys and you never gave him a chance. I never gave him a chance. Huh. Yeah, you didn't give me a chance, did you? Neither one of you motherfuckers gave me a chance. So how the fuck... And neither one of them even knows anything about me. They don't know what happened in school and they're not cheering for me. That's another thing. Being on your side, rooting for you. I'd like to think it'd be all I would need if I knew that they were rooting for me. But these motherfuckers, they're rooting against you. You could just feel it's an empty black hole of nothingness. Just big fat fucking Jabba the Hutt sucking in all the oxygen sucking in all the oxygen from everybody else. Ooh, you're not even able, you couldn't love if you tried. You don't know how to love. You love being cruel and mean. You love hatred. You're an ugly, violent piece of shit. You love raping your own kids over. You love raping your own fucking kids over. Those are some sick motherfuckers. Parents who never gave their kids a chance. Parents who thinks of their children as enemies that they have to oppress and molest. Go do my dishes. Go do my tobacco. Why don't you go straight to hell? Lick my asshole, you stupid ass pile of shit. God damn, motherfuckers. Steal my soul. Minimalism is my extreme way of raising children. Minimalism is what I'm going to call it. But just talk to your kids and you'll be infinitely better than these pieces of shit. Just talk to them like you actually give a damn. Not pretending, but give a damn. Talk to them because you give a damn. Give a damn and talk to them. And you'd be infinitely better than what the fuck I had.